Alright, so, the start of the story, everybody wakes up in hell, and it's balls. Hell is just like a huge lake of fire, with fire all over the place, which directly contradicts Dante's interpretation of hell, which is that it's all froze over on the bottom, so I don't know who's right. I mean, they're all basically just writing Bible fanfic anyway. I mean, I'm pretty much looking for the little book that Milton wrote somewhere at the end of his life that's like, you know, Ron Weasley Beelzebub /fic or something. But that's entirely beside the point. The point is, Satan wakes up on liquid fire and he's all chained down. He's like, what the fuck is this? And he breaks all the chains, which God specifically makes shitty chains so he can break them so that he can get out so that God can prove his glory more. God has a habit of doing stupid, shitty shit like that. But anyway, Satan gets up and he starts going around. He starts waking up all the other demons. He's like, get the fuck up, bitches! And they're all sleeping on liquid fire. I don't know how they're doing that. But anyway, they get up and Satan gets them all together and he's like, alright, dudes, we're in hell. It's shitty. So, why don't we get together, we have a little meeting, do a little bit of debate, and figure out what the fuck we're gonna do about this. And so, everybody gets together, and they name, like, all the fucking demons that are down there, and most of them I don't really give a shit about. There is one called Astaroth, who I'm pretty sure is a character from Soul Calibur, except actually it's like a chick, but like the Astaroth in the Soul Calibur, he has this big axe and he's like huge. He was like, he spins around, he can do like a pile driver. But anyway, they are all getting together and they're gonna have their debate and shit. And so Satan is like, all right, guys, what do you want to do? And first, this dude Moloch gets up and he's like, all right, guys, here's what we need to do. We need to have another war with heaven. Not like we just had a war with heaven and we failed and that's why we're down in hell. But no, let's do it. I mean, what's God gonna do if we lose? Send us to hell? Ha! So, yeah, let's do that. Let's fucking do it. Come on. And then he sits down and this dude, Belial, gets up and is like, he's a lazy fuck. So he's just like, dudes, first of all, heaven is fucking impregnable. It's just impregnable as shit. We can't get in there. Second of all, you think this is as bad as it can get? This is pussy shit. Like, the fires could be like 10 billion times worse, and the lakes of fire that could be coming out of our faces, there could be elephants dancing on our nuts. Speaking of which, there's no chicks down here. It's a huge sausage fest in hell, which I think is part of the reason that it's hell. I mean, what? Are there just no female demons or whatever? No, they're all dudes, except for Astaroth, but I thought Astaroth was the dude from Soul Calibur. But anyway, Belial is just like, let's not do anything, because anything we could do is just make this worse. Well, then he sits down, and this dude Mammon gets up, and he's like, alright, I'm gonna kind of second what Belial says, because check it out. I mean, we could totally get used to hell, right? You know, when you know what they say, when life gives you a flaming lake of hell, make mojitos? I don't know. Like, he wants to dig up shit and make palaces and stuff and get used to the fire and whatnot. And everybody's like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. But then Satan is like, oh, God, you guys are fucking idiots. And Beelzebub, who is the Lord of Flies, like, steps up and he's like, all right, guys, I got a plan. How about this? Okay, so we can't fucking attack heaven, right? But did someone open up a can of Puss Nexus in here? Because certainly does smell like a can of Puss Nexus has been opened up. We gotta do something. Come on. I mean, we got sent to hell. We're not gonna just sit down and take it up the butt for the rest of eternity. And the demons are like, yeah, no, we totally will. And Beelzebub's like, shut the fuck up, all right? I heard about this new thing called humankind. We should totally get on that and fuck that shit up. Because, like, if we fuck it up, then God's gonna have to, like, destroy it. And it's gonna be great. He's gonna be so sad about that. We should just do this to fuck with him. And everyone's like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And Beelzebub's like, all right, who wants to do it? And everybody's kind of like, well, and Satan's like, fuck, fine, I'll handle this. You guys all wait here, do whatever. So, Satan goes to go fucking corrupt all of humankind, and meanwhile, all the rest of the demons don't have anything else to do, so they just start fucking wandering around. They have the Olympics for a little bit, then they try and find this lake of, like, pure free-based morphine somewhere, like called Letha, the River of Oblivion, and they go there, but Medusa, like, fucks it up, like, scares all the water away. Medusa, again, down here, what is it with them putting the Greek shit in the things? When it comes to my mythos, I like shit to be like, you know, on those little kids' plates where they eat the food, or like TV dinners where I don't like my mythologies touching. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, fucking Isis and Osiris and Horus are also down here. They're demons. All the demons are like pagan gods that show up later. So that's not biased at all. But anyway, Satan is going, and he's flying around, he goes to the gates of hell, and there's this dude at the gates of hell, and he runs up to Satan like, I'm gonna fuck you up, and he's so fucking hideous, man. He's got like snakes all over his body, and he's got warts and stuff, and he's like 10 million feet tall, and he's gross. And Satan's like, ew, you're a gross motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you. And the guy's like, no, I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna beat you with scorpions. And then he gets more ugly, and Satan is staring at him, and he's staring at Satan, and they're just like facing off so hard that hell gets darker. And then this chick runs over, and she's also real ugly, and she's like, nah, dudes, that guy is your son, Satan. And Satan's like, what? I don't have no ugly sons. And the chick's like, no, seriously, remember one time, like, when you were trying to plot the downfall of heaven, you got so angry that I exploded out of your skull, like, basically like Athena. And then you liked me so much that you had sex with me, because, I mean, no boundaries, right? And then I got pregnant, and then we all got thrown into hell, and then I gave birth to this ugly fucker, and he chased me down and raped me, and then I gave birth to another whole bunch of beasts, and then they eat my intestines all the time. And Satan's like, wow, that's shitty. And she's like, I know, right? So let me go ahead and unlock the gates of hell for you so you can get out of here. So unlock the gates, he goes out into the realm of night and chaos, where shit is just fucked up. But he's just like wandering around, he doesn't give a fuck, and he sees Night, and he's like, yo, Night, what's up? You know, I'm trying to get to Earth, just on my way through, corrupt some humans, and Night's like, oh yeah, dude, sure, fine, it's like 2 blocks that way. So he goes down to Earth, or up to Earth, actually, goes all the way through the realm of night, up to Earth, and he sees like it hanging from heaven on this pimp-ass gold chain, and he's standing there ready to fuck shit up, and the rest is a story for another time.